See me lose my hair. Gonna continue driving around South Florida. Check it out. I got a little camera thingy. Try to get it so you're not looking at the dashboard. Little Dusty's chilling. Gotta go get her some food. She did just drink some water if anybody's curious. This goes back up. Please don't splash me. We're good. Let's do this. We're driving in harmony. I'm not thrilled to be driving around this time of night. A lot of people can't see what's going on. You get the glare. But I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today. Dusty didn't eat her food. And this would be a great spot for having an evening meal. What do I have? Okay. Some wasabi things. That'll be a little noisy for you. Some cashews. Hope that's not too irritating with noise. So yeah, this wonderful park. If you get to see my last video, it should come out. I guess it's about a day's worth of delay. My very last video was after I turned it off. I came back on because I met this really cool family and I gave a kind of like an impromptu interview with this fellow, Isaac, who's got mixed heritage, super cool vibes, and we didn't agree about everything, but yeah, there's room for conversation there. All right. So I like when I like meeting you folks out there, either through Lapidary Dave channel or however you got to see me, listen to me. Beautiful area we're going through. It's the golden hour. See what kind of some good things can happen. I love this stretch of road right here. I was mentioning that in one of those other videos. I think it can be said again. Roads that have an overhanging tree canopy are just better. This is cool, people. Do you wish that your neighborhood was like this? I used to dream about having a long driveway like this. And maybe that dream still exists somewhere. It's kind of crazy that somebody else got to live my dream. Around and around we go. I'm only driving 28, so this guy behind me is mad. I'm not trying to get zipping through here as fast as I can. I mean, sorry, buddy, but maybe you should have gone the other way, down on the highway. I'm not trying to catch a glimpse of the ocean. So I forgot, maybe it's just 30 miles to the east is the Bahamas. Seems like It would be really cool to check that out. Different culture, similar geography. I don't know, I'm not that into sailing. I'm a little fearful about that. When I was little, I didn't care. It's just another thing to do. I like riding horses back then too. I've only done that a few times in my adult life. But I get the feeling I probably spent lifetimes in boats and on horseback, so I'm glad I got to touch on that in this life. Yeah, those guys, at least they're riding in a line and not across the whole lane. I was complaining about that in a past video. Well, a future video to you, because it's probably not out yet. Yeah, these guys with their bikes, like, clearly they're not using those bikes as a means of transportation. It's more of a recreation. And that's great. I'm glad they're getting some exercise and they're hanging out with their pals. But I do like to make fun of when they're getting all geared up in the spandex. We used to call them jibbers. They're all jibby. Just seems silly. I guess I'm still in the childhood state of mind where when I was a kid riding around, I just wore jeans or shorts or whatever. It didn't have to be, spandex to have maximum aerodynamic. It was just like, dude, just let's get on our bikes and ride. But if this is how these guys have to do it, by all means, bless them. I'm glad they're getting some exercise and not just being schlubs. But I wish that everybody would just kind of ride their bikes more. I wish I brought my bike on this trip. I thought about it, but there would really have been zero room for Doggy and I to camp on the way down. I suppose I could have a bike rack. It was just short notice. I didn't get to prepare for this trip. It was minimal packing, minimal carrying. Well, I don't usually like the rectangular shrubbery, but they did a good job with it against the wall here. So I'll give them some credit. I'm not a total hater. But, as a general rule, I don't like rectangular shrubbery. I think that's bullshit. But, hey, if they don't mind maintaining it. Well, because they're not maintaining it, they're hiring out to maintain it. Around and around. Oh, Palm Beach. Oh, Palm Beach. It's a weird name. It just sounds really pretentious. Oh, Palm Beach. Like, could it be called Water Palm Beach? Yeah, it doesn't sound the same. Like, oh, the Palm Beach. No, the Palm Beach. No, the Palm Beach. Yeah. I don't know how long that's going to last. Somebody's going to hear this video and say, Jenkins, change that name. Anyhow, right here is beach access. Used to be free parking, but now you have to pay. Something that annoys me about these parking meters. It doesn't even say how much the meter is going to be. They want you to just put your card in and just pay whatever the fuck they decide that you're going to pay. I couldn't believe that. Pulled up to some meter. It's like, can I at least know what I'm supposed to pay for parking? How much does it cost to park in this spot? For how long? No, you just got to get used to just plugging and having your finance drained. And you're supposed to have an attitude like, oh, it's bad luck to question these things. I'll seem like a pauper if I have to know how much my parking is. So if it's $20 an hour, maybe that's worth it for folks. 25 cents, maybe. But, oh, there's a coin shortage. Yeah, remember that? Anybody remember the coin shortage? Why would there have been a coin shortage? People weren't using the coins anyway, right? There should be stockpiles of coins. And there's no shortage of aluminum cans to make the coins out of, because they're not being made out of copper and zinc and silver and all that. I wish they were. It's just more phoniness. Phony. So, not trying to get a copyright strike. If any lawyers for these musicians and producers want to give me a hard time for having the song in the background, I'm going to Shazam it though. So I can probably won't even know because they're coming from Haiti. It's not in the grid. Not yet. Some of these songs are coming up. It's able to guess, but a lot of it's telling me it's going to get back to me later. And no result. That's okay. It was. I think it was some change. I think it was the last one. Anyhow, yeah, I'm not loving that sound, but some of it can be pretty good. And it's always good when the music is being played by musicians, and not just sound waves generated on a CPU. That has its place. If anybody has that equipment and they want me to come and record some tracks, we can have some fun. Because, I've resisted really even getting my music into the public sphere or realm, just because of how corrupt that whole music industry is. And how flaky musicians can be. So, whatever chance I had of going that direction, I resisted it. I think before this life is over, we'll all get to hear my music. All right, going northbound. Got a beautiful sunset coming up over around there. You guys passing on the right. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a lollygagger, buddy. Go do your thing. You hold it up. So, South Florida, very nice climate. Still needs more shade trees to replace all the shade trees that were cut out. They will grow here. Here's a gibber. Gibber flying solo. Right on, buddy. Racer boys. Yeah, so very cool meeting Isaac and Maria. Isaac was kind enough to share his words. And he said he used to do podcasts. And I told him my upcoming radio show, I'm going to be taking calls. That show got put on the back burner a couple of years ago. And circumstances have torn me away from it again, but it's a goal. I guess I can tell you all the premise. Maybe somewhat manifested to reality. So, this character called Sprite, Sprightly Sprite, and I guess before I get into that, I'm going to mention this too. So, Sprightly Sprite is a name that I was given about 10 years ago. Would never in a million years have thought of that for myself. But it's cute, and I'll answer to it. So anyhow, when I first plugged it into Google and YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, any of that kind of stuff, there was nothing. There was no one using Sprightly Sprite. And now, well, thankfully on YouTube, this channel will come up. But when David, Lapidary Dave, people coming from that channel, when Lapidary Dave and I put a couple of songs together in 2017, we had it listed as David meets a Sprightly Sprite. And he didn't want to use David Garcia, I don't know, I guess, for whatever reason. I don't even know if he had Lapidary Dave on yet. Maybe just barely. So he said that there was a little boy in his neighborhood who used to call him David. And so I was like, cool, that's going to be your name, David. And so David meets a Sprightly Sprite. We had 2 or 3 songs put out. And when you would, like the first couple of days, if I put Sprightly Sprite in, that video, the first one especially, came out. And I think it was called Valle Espiritu, and some kind of butchered spelling that I just kind of made up. Spirit dance, right? So it came up, and then it didn't take very long at all when the shadow band dropped, and then all of a sudden Sprightly Sprite is coming up. There was a bunch of video game stuff, and then cartoon stuff, and it's like I looked yesterday, maybe the day before. I looked for those tunes, and I don't know if David pulled them down. I haven't talked to him about it yet. I know one of the 3 songs definitely got pulled because I didn't like how he did an edit in there, and so he kind of just pulled the whole tune. Blah blah blah. When I look for Sprightly Sprite now, it comes up with a bunch of this like kid stuff, and it's like, what? Who even used that term? It wasn't out there. Now, you know, there's probably channels that talk for hours about this kind of thing. I know my friend Phil Wood. He used to. Where are we going, Daddy? We're going to get Dusty some food. But anyhow, okay. So you're here, Dave. Dave, remember the songs that we did? I can't find them. Are they still on YouTube? I want to attach it to this channel so that when people are curious about me and they want to know, like, what kind of stuff is going on, I'd like them to be able to well, that one tune is, I mean, total soundtrack music. It would be great to have some footage like this and listen to just good instrumental music. Whether driving through Palm Beach or on a donkey cart somewhere. What does it say? They are. You'll send the link. Definitely. Yeah, because I hate to keep repeating myself, but when I look, it doesn't come up, and the only things having to do with Sprightly Sprites are just like cartoony, childish things. And I am reminded, though, maybe a half a year or a year ago, I was watching that dude Russell Brand, and somehow he said something about so and so something, or all of us being a bunch of sprightly little sprites. I forget the context. Russell's people. Somebody go and dig that up, find it. And when I heard that, I was just like, whoa. I thought, again, so this is a little bit of my ego or whatever, but I thought, wow, who's telling him about Sprightly Sprite? Or maybe in England that is a phrase. I've never heard of anybody talking about Sprightly Sprites until Jasmine from Fort Collins said, "My, you're a sprightly little sprite," when we're at Red Rocks and I'm singing and dancing, and just trying to have good energy. What do we got? All thought is in ether. Right. Yes. So that's what Phil Wood. He was saying how these kinds of things will happen concurrently. Because it must have come up that he came up with an art. He's an artist, right? A painter, and so he came up with some kind of concept. And then when he did, then he started to notice it being around. And there's only a certain amount of words and stuff that we're using, so I guess these things are going to get recirculated. But I just thought it was really weird timing that there was 0, and then that's a cute little car. There was 0, then there was my thing, and then my thing gets replaced with a bunch of noise, basically. No way, no such thing as coincidence. Well, it's like coincidence is a cousin of synchronicity. Is that fair to say? I wonder if we should do a split screen. Maybe later. Yeah, when I do my, I'm going to show the crystals that I brought down here and some of the jewelry that I made. You like that? That's great. What? I think there's a lag. I don't know what you like. Doing the split screen or crystals or something about sprites. But it is cool that when I say to people that sometimes known as Sprite, the percentage of people who think it has to do with soda pop is low. And a lot of people, they go right for the energy thing. And I feel like that's a good, cool indication to me that there is some hope and that everybody's not totally bogged down. And I try not to get too upset when somebody does think that they're like the soda. And it's like, I guess if that's all that you see about sprites. But I guess for anybody who's picking up this, I like the coincidence as a cousin of synchronicity. Yeah. I mean, these are just words to describe phenomena that we barely. It's like, thankfully, we notice even. But how much other stuff that's going on do we not even? Why did you do that, dude? Seriously, I'm putting my glasses away. I could be paying attention to something else, and you jumped down into the street. You're not even going around these bushes yet. Anyhow, that's. I'm missing something. What did you say? You like the quote? Quantity is a quality of its own. Did I say that? Whose quote is that? You know when you quote somebody, you're supposed to say who did it. But I'm glad you're even using quotes to quote your quote. So I'm getting off track. Cool little clock tower. Little cuties. Lady's wearing a beautiful skirt. We are in Palm Beach. That's a crazy looking building. Is that a brutalist building? It's like a modified. They've got the arches, which is cool. Modified. I don't know. 20th century neo-Moorish, something around there. So David, I don't think you got to see my conversation with Isaac. You might have to wait till it posts tomorrow. But Isaac is he's mixed. He's Micmac, Japanese, Taino, and Blackfoot. And before I even met him, I heard his music. I saw his feathers in the car. He's got like a feather headdress. And it was cool because as I was leaving and I shut the stream down, but then we started, I don't even know how we started talking. It was nuts. It was like, you want to be there 14 degrees in Taos. Dude. No, I just don't feel like being in 14 degrees. I mean, I have my AC on. I'm like practically shivering right now. Yeah, I've got to chill. I turned it off because it's too cold. Look at this little reptile bank. You can't see it. Professional here. Look at this. What are they doing on that? They're fixing it up, I guess. It's cute. Maybe I'll cruise around this little Palm Beach area for everybody who wants to see. Yeah, I should go find Worth Avenue. I guess it's this way. Oh, no left. Well, I'll go straight ahead and then go left. How's that sound, people? So we got 3 people watching, and only Dave is putting in his 2 cents. Didn't see the chat, but he'd love to. Yeah, it was such a. It was cool because you know how that's like a focus of my studies for years now, and then I've got this brother who's right in the crux of having transitioned from a state of mind as a so-called black person who was ostracized by other black people for being too light, too fair, right? So his people weren't embracing him where he was coming from. And then as he started studying his heritage and getting into tradition, it opened up another avenue for him. And he does have a cousin who turned him on to the information. Can I turn? Do I seriously have to go all the way over the bridge? Please let me go. Alright. Okay, quick stop. And so folks, we're coming up on Lapidary Dave's future neighborhood. Because he's gonna be such a star. He'll be hiding out in a place like that. Walked home from West Palm Beach to Fort Pierce one time. Alone or with your buddies? Alone, that sounds like a sad walk, but with your friends, I bet you had a riot. But I never rode my bike up that way. I would always go south. I would go down toward like Delray. For some reason, I just don't really know, north of Melbourne, and like, what else is up there? Vero. I just somehow stayed around here more. With Eli, we got dropped there, smoke a joint and walk home. Wow, with Eli. That was when Eli, do not enter. I think we used to be able to go down there. I think that's these do not enter thing. That might be new. Eli had his wits about him then, or was he already starting to lose it? And no disrespect to Eli when you get to listen to this. I totally pray for you, dude. I think that you can come back. But you got to admit that you're kind of out there. Yeah, how long did that take? Till like midnight to dawn, or? That's quite a walk. That sounds like a teenager thing to do, though, for sure. That's like when I was a kid. I mentioned earlier in a stream how back when I was a junior high school teenager. Okay, this is not a show for children. Look at this guy. He wants to fucking pass me. There you go. Dude, get where you need to be and get out of your car. Because you're kind of a douche. I know you have more money than me. Get over it. It's not the answer to everything. This lady looks like a character. Yeah, so, when my friends from junior high school, we would come down to Florida together. And we would walk all over the place. And there was less stuff going on. And the roads were just like straight east-west, north-south for the most part. And so you could just walk. It's all flat. And it was just fun. As I got into high school and started hanging out I had other friends who we would meet down here. And then even into college, meet up down here with friends. And we weren't walking so much. It was, we would drive. I was always into riding a bicycle, but I don't think that anybody else was riding back then with me. That was something I did alone. Memories. Cute little apartment. All of these places must get hammered by the storms when they start kicking up. Alright, folks, don't pop out in front of me. Hi, sweetie. Okay. Back to the water. I'm taking the long way around. Dave, where'd you go? Alright. So looks like Dave dropped out. I'm going to talk to the future people. Hello, future people. Welcome to April 5th, 2023. We are in the Palm Beaches, they like to call it. There's that cool clock tower. Oh, great place for taking pictures. Lovely. Dusty's taking a little nap in the back. I told her we were getting some food. I think she gave up on me. Cool arches. Here's another one of these people. It's getting annoyed with me. Going too slow. Take it all in. Oh, you didn't get to see down that little way. Nobody even in that cop car. So am I on Worth Avenue right now? Gee whiz, lady. Whew. This has got to be it. So I used to work down here until I was let go. I was told that I'm not exactly Worth Avenue material. Can you believe that? Well, yeah, I can believe it. But if I was Worth Avenue material, would I really be working in a little antique shop? No, I don't think so. I would be just moving money around electronically or something. Or whatever. I would have fallen out from between a different set of legs, and I would just be rolling around in a bathtub full of coins. Gold coins, right? Let's see if I can find the place where I used to work. Worth Avenue material. What does that even mean? You're not exactly Worth Avenue material. Is this dude on the bicycle Worth Avenue material? He might have more finance than everybody else here. Or he might be cut off from his estate. And now he's just, tootling around. Who knows? So here's the street. Okay, so I don't know that this was always one way like this. This is a cute little street. Sweet doggy. Nice view right there. Yeah, so talking with that dude Isaac, it really touched on some cool things, and I'm super thankful that the universe, multiverse, whatever the hell we're in. Oh, look at this little kitten. That's so adorable. You folks didn't see it, but can you see this? Very cool car. Yeah. Just don't make him like that anymore. Bear with me a moment. Oh, I don't know about this little thingy. No, let's move it. Technical difficulties. Excuse me. Oh, this lady wants to get by. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, we went down this street before, but I'm going to just take you around again. Just trying to make the most of this trip. Man, we're already 39 minutes into this. Time is just zipping by. Yeah, so what was Palm Beach like before the robber barons got here? Were any of these old buildings here from the ancient empire that's supposed to not have existed? How old is this place? Oh, this is cute too. It's like Gothic arch. It's a Thursday night. People are coming out for dinner. They're getting their valets going on. This dude's having his little break. Valet. My nephew was telling me he used to do valet, which totally goes with how he loves cars and knows everything about all these machines. And so he, I'm sure he just loved driving all the fancy South Florida cars. Alright, so I'm going to do another stroll down North Avenue. This time we're going to try to look at the porticos. That was my favorite part about this area. They had really nice breezy porticos. And I thought, well, it's a shame that they didn't build like this in West Palm Beach and wherever else. It would be good. So, pink building. It's cute. Well, maybe I should have gone there. Alright. We still have some daylight. Yeah, I'm not even seeing the porticos. Have they redone everything? Yeah, that shop probably used to have it. They knocked it down, just made a glass front. I mean, it hasn't been that long, but I do see a lot of new fronts to these buildings. Who's going to have a giant Joker painting in their house? A psychopath. Did you all see that giant Joker face? Like from the Bat comic movie. The Man Bat. Yeah, I mean, there's a little patio up there. What the hell? Hello, folks. Oh, there was something. Here we go. Here's remnant of the old way. Yeah, maybe they really did start knocking that stuff down because it's part of the old way of doing things, and they really want to get everybody hooked on the new way. But these kind of porticos, again, I mentioned earlier about the temperature differential. So kind of like tigers, stripes, and zebras, they have the positive and negative space, and that differential causes the air to move by. So it'll cool off the animal when it's hot. And when you're here in Alright, hope nobody's behind me. Oh, fuck. Alright. Yeah. I mean, you'll have to freeze frame that. I'm not going to come around again. But those covered sidewalks with the arches and the columns and stuff, it makes it nice. Okay. I promise we're not going back there again. Maybe I'll just hold this though so that we can examine. Cool spot. That gate is hideous, but the arches are cool. And this is definitely looking like a palace. So the question is, when did that building go up? Was that just from the 20th century? 1800s maybe? Or is it old? Sotheby's got a hold of this one. Yeah, fuck you guys. Sotheby's. Sell one of Jerry Garcia's Kleenex, $10 million, right? I don't know, I mean, yeah, there's a market there. Freedom. House of Khan, that was a cute little place. It's like the smallest building around. That was all 20th century. Realtor. 46 minutes in. Gonna wrap it up pretty quick, but you know, I wanted to go the other way on this street, so we're gonna go down here to the left and then come back up the street because it is architecturally beautiful. What is that purple? Is that bougainvillea? Oh, beautiful bush. Yeah, that was nice. I don't want to go all the way down there. We'll take a left here and wrap back around. I'm kind of looking for a place I once did a little job at. This lady used to have her home redecorated every few years, which I just think is ridiculous. So I was there the year that she had all the walls finished with mahogany paneling, and it was my honor to sand down the walls in between the stain, whatever, lacquer. I forget what was used. But I was sanding the walls. And that stuff probably all got torn out a few years later. But can you imagine just spending what some people will spend on a house? And just spending that to redecorate your house. So every few years, just spend another 100, maybe 200,000 on redecorating, and then pulling it all out and redecorating again. And I mean, how much do you have to have where you're willing to do that? Because you wouldn't do that if it was really going to make a dent, would you? You have to have way more than that, I'm guessing. If you're going to do that every few years, spend 100 plus. I mean, it just wouldn't make sense. If you only had a few million, you're not going to do that. Because then you're going to blow through your millions. So you had 3 million. But around here, 3 million is like, that's what you find in the couch cushions, I think. Just like, oh, 3 million, that's laying around somewhere. I think I might have stashed that in an old tennis shoe in the closet. 3 million. Cold hard cash. No, around here, I don't know. Cool Tudor building, right? Is that what call the style? Tudor. Seems like Tudor style to me. It's like straight out of very old England. Rolls Royce. Yeah, you could pick up a used Jaguar for a good price, but does a used Rolls Royce, can you ever get one of those for a good price? Maybe somebody does. Okay. So, nobody's behind me. 20th century wall right there. Oh, did you see the moon? Let's just let this guy go. Hold on a second, people. Future people, I think you're going to want to see this. I'm going to stop for a second. Yeah, maybe let's take a little walk with Doggy. Dusty, you're on the clock again, honey. We're going to go and walk. "51 minutes in, 52 minutes. Gonna take a little moon break. I hope it's worth it. I think it will be. You ready, sweetheart? Dusty, tell me what the moon is. Okay, I got my key. Grab this. Yeah, that little holder. Down the street, Doggy. Oh, it's breezy here. It smells good though. More rectangle shrubs. See how it's all arched on top? I guess a lot of that is leaves that have fallen from the top. Dusty, sweetheart, cut the shit. Ooh. She's pulling me. Well, she wants to go now. This isn't a dog beach. No dogs allowed on beach. Oh my gosh, she's seriously pulling me. She usually does not want to come to the beach, but she likes something new. No dogs, honey. Let's go. This is the closest that I've ever seen her want to be to the beach. It seems like I should just... I don't feel like getting into trouble. Yeah, so West Palm Beach, Palm Beach. No dogs, no dogs. Dusty always trying to get me in trouble. What's that about? Nice, that's clever. Yeah. Sweet. Pick up some debris. I don't know what that is. What are you doing, doggy? Well, this is what I wanted to get. Fuck. You know, everybody thinks you're cool, but I think you're a little bit too much of a domineering control freak. And it's a good thing that you don't have more power than you do, because I don't think you can control yourself. She can't just walk. She has to yank on me. Jeez. If you don't find some bones, I'm going to be very upset. You should only pull on me if there's something for you to eat. Well, this is like a party over here. Jeez, she's running. What are you running for? What are you doing, honey? So we lost her shorts. Oh, doggy, why you gotta ruin it for me? She's like, yeah, moon, whatever. Can't eat it. Where's she going? Oh, she wants that little doggy. Hello. Look at your ears, Dusty. You're such a weirdo. Oh, there's a dog on the beach. You're busted. 2 dogs. Hey. Look at how friendly people are. Friends. That's a sweetheart. Oh, uh-oh. He wants to play some more. So, future people, this was what it was like on the 5th of April, 2023, Palm Beach. Try to zoom in. Weird light in the sky. What is that? What is it? What are you doing, Dusty? She wants to meet this lady. My dog wants to meet you.
Oh,
Oh, no. I thought she did. Where are you going? What are you doing? Oh, you want to see where those dogs were. They're gone, honey. Dusty, stop it. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, the air smells good. A little salty. As you can imagine. Get out of the street. What are you doing? That's not where we're parked, is it? Stay by me, honey. Don't get squashed. The turkeys. Let's go walk the other way. It's flying up there. Hey, we got somebody watching. Right on. Thumbs up. Thank you. Dusty's pulling me again. What's going on, Dusty? Anybody comes around, she just gotta. Dusty, look at the moon, honey.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
This doesn't even count. Can't smell the moon.
Yeah.
You ready, baby? What is this? Looks like fun. Alright, enjoy. Yeah, that breeze. Smells good. Okay, sugar. Let's keep it rolling. I can't take 2 steps and then she's getting all. Oh, looks like we got a comment from G Mama 420. Great name. Hey, beautiful sunset. That's the moon. Happy to see you in the hood, brother. Such a cute pup too. G Mama, are you down here in South Florida? Are you a grandma? Is that what that name comes from? We used to call my grandma G-Ma. Have a blessed visit. It is a blessing. I'm getting to see my mom. It's been too long. I stopped flying, so it hasn't been easy to get out here. But trip.
Oh, I know.
Let's get the enlightenment. Oh, person is not sitting. Almost was like a meditating Buddha. Yeah, so that's not the sun. That is the moon coming up. What is the moon? Is it a failed sun? Oh, here we go. G, your name is G, and you're a mama. Oh, okay. Happy to hear my parents are so happy. Great job. Yeah, my mom's doing well. My dad, he did pass last year, but I have a feeling that he is doing really well. He earned his spot. Here we go.
Aw, that's so nice. Sniffing each other's hiney's. The life of a dog.
Yeah, right.
Oh, how beautiful. Is it a girl or a boy?
Her name is Dusty.
Oh, that's a good name. Oh, Hank.
Hey, come on.
Being on the bush. Hi. What are you doing, sweetie? You're so cutie.
Aw, thank you.
You're so cutie. Oh,
She's a little naughty girl.
Aw, she's a sweetheart. She's perfect size. Oh my gosh.
You think?
This one, he's too big.
No.
Takes up the whole couch.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes to lay across my bed.
Oh,
And she
yeah.
doesn't let me have enough room. I have to put my feet off the side.
When he tries to sleep in between us, and it's like having a third
Grown.
grown human in the bed.
Ay, ay, ay.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thanks.
Come on, Dusty. Ow. Dusty's gonna be knocking into the chair. That's a good view. Trying to focus here. Have I jumped in the water yet? I actually didn't. Every time I've come down to the beach, I've got the dog and she is super scared of the waves. Not to mention when she first got here, she was scared of all the water. She's become less frightened of the lakes and stuff, but she did get to see two different times she saw an alligator. And so I told her, look, there is reason to be scared. You don't want to mess around, but you don't want to be afraid of everything. And so I didn't get to jump in the water because I have to have her be someplace, and she can't stay at my mom's. Hello. Good, thank you. Yeah, so Dusty won't let me really go swimming. Honestly, I'm looking for a place who's got a hot tub in the area to just have an evening soak. Man, this dog is pulling me so hard. Alright, I'm gonna do a little twist around. She likes to wrap me up with the rope. She's like, dude, if I have to be on the rope, I'm gonna make it easy for you. And they got a little doggy. I'm not supposed to be taking the dog on the beach, I thought, but I'm seeing all kinds of dogs here. So we got two people watching, right? Who else is watching? Oh, my battery's running out. Turn on battery saver. Let's get some more vision of the moon. It's really quite lovely. She's pulling me over here. What do you smell, baby? So it's been a good day for live streaming. My battery's running out, but Managed to get in some videos today. Where are you? Palm Beach. Yeah, I am technically right in Palm Beach. My family moved to West Palm Beach back after I graduated from high school. And so even though Palm Beach and West Palm Beach are vastly different, I thought that the viewers would like to see this area, see what it's like. Palm Beach is beautiful. It's got amazing architecture. And then some architecture that's not amazing. Is this your new life? Going to broadcast 24/7? I sit and watch YouTube 24/7. You know what, Kevin? If I get some kind of hands-free setup, Google Glasses or a GoPro or something like that, not that I'll be 24/7, but I'll broadcast a bunch, especially if it starts getting donations. But no, is it my new life? No. My mom, she needed some help, so I came down here. And I was supposed to be back to do a show in Taos for the 24th. So that was the thing. It was like, definitely wanted to be back. Lapidary Dave and I were going to open up for View Farka Toure. And View Farka is the son of Ali Farka, if you know his music. Ali Farka Toure was a masterful guitarist. They called this music the West African blues. And View Farka Toure's music is a little more contemporary, different than his dad's stuff, which is cool. It's like his dad did what he did, and now his son's doing what he does. He's not trying to recreate his dad's legacy. And but yeah, that show, that gig got, or at least the gig's not canceled, but we got pulled out of the opening act slot, and somebody else got it. Dave, I don't know if he's pulling my leg. He said the new band is going to be the Taos Hippie Circus or something like that. But I told him that we should go and busk outside the concert, beforehand at least. I'm going to see the show. I saw him last year at the Santa Fe Opera House when he opened for Khruangbin, if you know those guys. It's a mellow soul, kind of stony, mellow funk. And so I was thrilled to be able to open up for that show. Gee whiz, she just gets in her head. Something, I don't know, she catches a whiff of something. Find the bone. Where's the bones? Yeah, so I was going to be rushing back to rehearse for that show. And getting it pulled really kind of hurt my feelings. But I didn't make the arrangement. We're not under contract. It was an unpaid gig. So, David said that he had bad news for me. And I was like, well, as far as bad news goes, it's the best bad news that you could really ask for. It's just a show that you're going to play isn't going to turn out. That's rock and roll. Yeah, exactly. That's rock and roll. Do I say, oh, I'm never going to do this again? Or do we just keep playing?
We're kind of from
And I think I'm gonna play again. You rock and you roll with it. Yeah, if you don't, then it's just going to chip away at you. So, yeah, but I'll tell you what, Dave's earlier on the chat, he said that it's 14 degrees in Taos. And so I don't know. You said that it was sunny today in Longmont, got snow on the ground. That's nice, but 14 degrees and sunny is not much consolation. I don't want to be in 14 degrees even if the sun is out. No, the weather is quite nice. I'm in short sleeves and shorts. And, excuse me, I could probably have a jacket on right now. Not that cold, maybe around 45. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Taos. I think Lynn, Sweet Medicine Drum, Lynn, she said that it pulls the chi right out of you. And she's absolutely right about that. That big mesa that they've got there, it just, I don't know. Yeah, the wind whips so hard out there, and Taos is just not an easy place. Chimayo has a gentler atmosphere. Hello.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you so much. Hear that, doggy? Don't let it get to your head. Lucky Desert family. It's already summer here. Are you did you mention G Mama? Are you in South Florida? I kind of thought that you were, by one of your comments. Coldest morning of your life was a New Year's morning in Taos years ago. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me one bit. Taos can be a very beautiful place. And I've tried several different times in my life to make some kind of a life over there. And I won't try that anymore. I just go to check it out once in a while now. But there is a beauty to it. There's a beauty to Longmont too. You seen any of the Houdats flying around there? I haven't seen so many as I did in those years that I was hanging around by your place. Some of the most vivid, total insane sightings in Longmont. But Apache Junction in Arizona does have kind of the craziest, most interactive situation where the thing. You're in Palm Beach County, G-Mar. Well, cool. No, not lately. You were thinking about it recently. Yeah, it's cruel. It's cruel. It's cool. I don't know if honestly, I can't say much about that stuff. I don't have it happening like it was. I have had a few things when I used to live down here. Just a couple though. 2 that I can think of right now. Jeez, doggy. All right, dog video. This lady's having a nice evening. She doesn't need us messing around with her. Yeah, one night when I was walking in the neighborhood where my mom used to live. Maybe I was walking her little dog, Charlie, back when Charlie was around. And this crazy purple and orange light thing. You figured they were following me. I know that I kept seeing, I don't know if it was the same things over and over again, but it just really seemed like I was on the radar for sure. And yeah, but down in Apache Junction, when the thing came down out of the sky, and I turned and I found a spot to park, and I got out of the RV and I looked up, and the thing came above, and then it stopped in midair and then went back the other direction. You know, that just, it's just highly unusual. Oh yeah, and then so then I lost it again, right? And I got back in the RV and I had to do like a 5-point turn or whatever, 7-point turn to turn around. The littlest dogs are the loudest dogs. And anyhow, yeah, so then I lost it, and then I was going back to visit Marilyn, lady that I was working with, super cool woman. And then the thing appeared next to it was just flying over the houses to right out the left side of my window. I rolled down my window and I pointed at it. I said, "Who are you? What are you? Are you the cops? Are you the military? Are you freaking aliens?" And then it like changed all the lights. It was like I don't know, but that was something else. And then I got up to the corner of, I think it's Tomahawk Road, and something with an S maybe. And then pulled onto the lot, and then got out again, and then the thing started going back toward the southwest, over by Queen Creek and Chandler. I was in Apache Junction, so this is east side of Phoenix, and I saw the back of it, and it was lit up. It kind of reminds me of like, you know how when they make in the movies they show the Millennium Falcon and it's all blue and lit up in the back. It had a bunch of lights going across that one side, and I think they were kind of bluish white, but it looked like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like somebody asked me once to describe it, like, especially since it was overhead, you know, when I got out, and I just have the hardest time even like, it was such a mind scrambling thing. It was like, what the hell is this? When I first saw it, it looked like something from Star Trek, like one of those Romulan ships or whatever it is, vaguely triangular, but it seemed like it kind of had some wings to it. And then when I saw it overhead, it seemed, again, I guess, kind of triangular. And then the third time, if it was even the same thing, I'm assuming it was the same thing, but when it leaves your sight and shows back up, can you make a determination, yes, that's the same thing, or is it something else? I'm going to guess it was the same thing. But it kind of reminded me of something out of, you remember in those Terminator movies when they show those real clunky looking ships, like they don't even seem like they should be flying, and they look like they're being held up by strings. It had that kind of thing. It was like, and it makes me wonder, like, is something just accessing my mind and my memories and then showing me pieces of that? But I don't really buy that. Thank you for the view. So beautiful, the view. Moon on the beach. It was the U.S. Space Force. That's hysterical. I think you're being facetious there. Can't really tell sarcasm in a comment. It's a little tough. But I think you know that I don't buy that Space Force bullshit. That's just something that they talked about and nothing came from it. But I'll tell you what, my friend Matt, Did you meet Matt? Did we ever visit you? Um, Matt from Durango, he thinks that there's a secret space force and that they travel all around to Mars and all across the solar system and whatnot. And it's so funny because we used to agree about a lot of stuff, but I kind of jumped off that boat. They got fitted for new uniforms this week. Serious. Okay, I want to know more about this. Yeah, I think Space Force is a total farce, and it's just a boondoggle, and they're going to just drain a lot of finance from people and have very little results. You know, what first comes to my mind is how, what's his name? The Virgin guy, Branson, right? When he started promising space hotels. When was that? Was it 1990? Was it even in the 80s? Promising us that we were going to be going to space hotels. And then it just keeps getting pushed further and further. And then, is he the dude who supposedly took William Shatner up? No, that's Bezos, another phony. Yeah, so all these guys with the billionaire rocket club, it's just phony baloney bullshit to me. And no, I don't think, I've said it before, I don't know if you've heard me say it, but the only way to get up there is to change vibrationally. You can't take a tin can up there, there's not much to happen. That's my 2 cents on space. And even that name, Space Force. So, like I'm saying, force isn't going to do it. You have to totally have a different energetic trip going on. Right on, no Chevys in space. Branson just crap, they're going bankrupt. Yeah, but I bet you that there's some offshore accounts that aren't going bankrupt. If he knew what he was doing. And he was chummy with all the royals, so they probably taught him how to. Yeah, I mean, it's just a way for them to reorganize. They call it a bankruptcy. They'll still. I'm sure he's not going to be driving in a Kia or whatever. Hyundai. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know what these people's trips are. Branson. All I'm saying is there's no hotels in space. There's no Space Force. You know, yeah, I'm glad they're getting fitted for new costumes. They'll have a lot of photo ops. But, what we think is going to be outer space is going to wind up being underground. And they're going to have people thinking that they're going on trips millions of miles away, but they're going to be fully immersed mind slaves. He's old, ready to retire. We don't even know what's under our feet. Man, I'm really glad that you're hitting on that. We don't. And I've been under the impression that we've only dug down 7 or 8 miles. And it's funny, this dude who I recently became friendly with, he goes by the name Dr. Longo. His channel is Old World Florida. And, he and I both share Sprite. He's so happy to see me vibing down here. I hope you have a super blessed trip with your mom also. Rest in peace to my dad. I do believe he's with you and happy you're with your mom. Thank you, G-Mama. G-Mama, if you want to grab my email from the description, the title page description, and then let's have a meetup. And I know Old World Florida is having a meetup come on the next, I think within the next week or so. Hopefully it's not tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to Fort Lauderdale. But, I think it's really cool when people can get out from behind the screen and actually meet each other. Like Kevin and I know each other. He's a real person in my life. And so I don't have to worry like, not that I'm saying, G Mama, that you would be some kind of an agent or a spy or something, but I feel like a lot in the YouTube world with the chats and stuff, people don't know who each other are. And so if we can meet, I think it just builds community. It's just, so yeah, more meetups. If you want to hit me up, and then I can hit you back, and we could share stories about. I'm gonna guess that you've been here for a while, G Mama. Maybe you've seen some changes. I talk about how this place has changed so much since when I first came down in 1974, and how all the tallest trees are gone now, been replaced with structures, even just vacant lots. Here, Dusty, let's up this car. But yeah, somehow Kevin got me diverted talking about orb lights and other strange things flying around. But yeah, I don't think. Oh yes, anyhow, Dr. Longo, he's saying, yeah, so he and I share similar thoughts about this place not being a ball. You know, I gave up on thinking that after kind of looking in and seeing that all the pictures were phony. And but his impression, like I thought that, yeah, 7 or 8 miles down, oh, she's gonna go jump in the ocean. Cool. Yeah, I thought that it's basically set up like the elements that we learn about, the 5 elements. So we got fire, we've got water, we've got earth, air, and the ether. Einstein kind of trash talked the ether, so now they don't talk about that anymore. But in my mind, it was that we're in a closed pressure system, an envelope that's laterally potentially infinite, but that is highest density below us and least density above us. And so that high density compresses to the fire layer. It's all that magma and stuff. But I have to wonder what's under that. But yeah, so Dr. Longo, he clued me into his line of thinking that it's infinite under us as well as above us. And he says that the volcanic layer, the magma and whatnot, that's like when a spoil tip catches fire, you know how like when the chemicals in mining tailing piles or whatever, you get a big enough tailing pile, eventually the pressure on some of those volatile chemicals, it will combust. And so that's happening under us all around, but that it's not the lowest layer. And I find that to be intriguing and entertaining. I don't know if it's correct or not. But, you know, it's just interesting mind experiments, thinking about what this place could be. You know, I guess I'd consider going back to the ball if I was really shown something more than Neil deGrasse Tyson just telling me, well, I better just believe it or I'm sleeping. Yeah, well, that's my 2 cents about that. Kevin, I'm going to assume you're still on planet Earth. But did you ever meet Tiffany, Kevin? I don't know if you ever did. Tiffany's another front range pal of mine who used to prank on me for thinking that, and then she called me a year or 2 ago. She Dusty, what is this? She's pulling me all up. Yeah, and then my buddy Cody, you remember that name, I'm sure. Still on the ball. Okay, you did meet Tiffany. But Tiffany, and then there's my friend Cody up in Fort Collins. He gave me what would you call it? the apology, the friendly apology call, because he gave up on it too. But he also used to prank on me because of the stuff that I would see in the sky. I even saw a crazy one right over his house. And it's like I was on the street and I was looking through the garage and I could see them in the kitchen. And then up above, this light thing coming. It's even kind of like a curved trajectory toward me. And I just was caught in one of these moments. It's like, do I try to yell to them to come out and see? But I've had them just vanish, you know? And actually that thing did vanish, if my memory is correctly, as I was thinking about it, oh, should I go and tell them? And the thing just dematerialized, or turned off the light. And it was still enough daylight though. It was, I don't know, it's such a crazy thing. But yeah, so he used to, G Mama likes Old World, Florida. Dr. Longo too. So have you been to, change the subject here, have you been to the Dancing Elephant, G Mama? Because that's where the Old World Florida show is based out of. And if you get to see in my past videos from a few days back, I did a little walkabout there, and I'm hoping that these videos make it to the public. So far, even though like one of them had 24 views, just like this, it only says that 2 people are watching. But then when I go later, and it's gonna say like 7 or 8 people saw it, or maybe even 24 people. But then, who are those people? How are they seeing it? Because it's not getting promoted, and nobody's telling me they can find my videos on my channel. The only videos there are ones that I've liked, and you know, other things I've picked up off YouTube. But my videos seem to be behind the. Wow, no, that sounds cool. Going to save the videos. Maybe the count is because I refreshed when it was buffering. Well, that was today, though, right? Did you get to see, say, my walkabout at the Dancing Elephant bookstore? Yeah, that was today. And so go and look for Dancing Elephant. You might appreciate that since you're a former bookstore owner. Yeah, and Kevin, definitely check out the Old World Florida channel if you want to come across just some interesting ways of looking at it. Dr. Longo is a proponent that the Fertile Crescent from the Bible isn't from between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, but it's actually the Gulf of Mexico, and you know, like New Orleans is called the Crescent City. Just all kinds of little weird things that get overlooked, but that maybe add up to this being you know, part of the old empire. And I don't know, just a cool channel. And it's like I was in New Mexico and I see Old World Florida come up. It's like, all right, I'll check this out. And it turned out that we have this camaraderie and a connection, because I knew the owner of the Rainbow Bridge bookstore before it became Dancing Elephant, and the Longo brothers took it over. It's just cool. It's nice when things from the cyberspace can kind of connect to your real life. And, yeah, so they're going to have a meetup soon. I hope to go to that. I'd like to just learn about moala trees from Africa and Hollywood. Is it moala or baobab? I did catch that video, but I don't remember it by heart. But yeah, these Hollywood, Florida. I wonder if that's where I saw the little mid pile. Tomorrow I'm going to go back to Fort Lauderdale and Balboa. Huh. I know there's a Baobab, B-A-O-B-A-B or B-O-B. Yeah, tomorrow I hope to do some filming down some cool spots in Fort Lauderdale. Maybe I should look for the Pyramid bookstore. That's where I used to go. It was like an Afrocentric bookstore. And I used to love to go there. But it's been so long. So yeah, I'll make that mission. Baobab. Yeah, those had the fat trunks, right? Personally, I have a thing for these. I guess they're mangroves with the vines that hang down, and then when they touch the ground, they become new trunks and stuff. I'm really into that. I'm really into the idea of shaping those trees into living spaces, and then I'm picturing a kind of like Robinson Crusoe, Ewok kind of civilization. Dusty just has to come over here. Well, folks, an hour, 41, 42. I don't know. Do you think I should stay on? Do you want to watch me drive around some more? I'm ready to drive. Dusty is just yanking my arm off. Yeah, let's go drive, Dusty. She's the investigator. Total patrol dog. I've never got to go feed the cat. See you later. All right, peace, brother. Much love, respect. Oh. Say hi to Kitty. Come on, Dusty. Peace. Yeah, so minute 43, just about. I mean, I keep saying minute. It's been an hour. Definitely. Feast House. Oh, Kevin's in Longmont, Colorado. David is in Taos. I think David jumped off the stream. Maybe he's working. Just got in the background, but I think he's gone. But I appreciate that he jumped in. Beautiful night here. Come on, baby. Stop pulling me. Why are you a naughty dog? Obey. All right, well, I was going to drive around. That's how you Peace, Colorado Lucky. You're my favorite lapidary guest. That's very sweet of you to say, but wasn't his best guest Jim? I don't know. Come on, buddy. That's really sweet of you to say that. I don't know if I'm just a kook. But like Jim, he was a full-on rock band. Come on, baby, load up. Definitely fit in more with Dave's channel because it's a lapidary channel. Dave just has me on, whatnot. But yeah, peace and honors to them. All the one time. We talked about right, so folks, oh, we got a new viewer. Hi, Scott. Scott, where are you from? I'm gonna just adjust this. Scott Lambright, calling Scott Lambright. Good night, G Mama. Talk to you soon. Scott Lambright, are you in the continental U.S.? Are you coming from across the water? Do I know you in real life? Have we met?